Everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am so excited for you to be here today because we are officially going to be starting Fourth Wing. I am so excited and so nervous to read this book. By far, this is probably going to be 2023's just best book of the year, most popular book of the year. I'm very excited to see what the hype is about. I'm not going to lie, I've had a really shit last 24 hours. Honestly, probably just a really bad week just in general, so all I want to do is lay in bed and just read for the next 24 hours. So I thought this would be a perfect book to do that with. I'm very excited to see what people have been talking about and to be a part of this magical world. I'm not going to lie, I wanted to save this for fall and fall weather. It is September, however it is 96 degrees outside. It does not feel like fall at all. I think maybe tonight I might watch Harry Potter on my projector while I'm reading, just to get a little bit of that atmosphere going. I also just wanted to show you, look at how cute my new bookmark is. I'm definitely one of those people who I never have bookmarks. I use receipts, wrappers, literally anything that I can find that I can put into a book, I will use as a bookmark. It has gotten really bad though. I've gotten to the point where I'll be reading a book and I don't have a receipt or I don't have anything that I can use. We need to start a bookmark collection. So I got this from Target actually, and I thought this was so cute. I believe it's called The Great Wave is the art piece. It's the most popular art piece ever. It has this really pretty tassel. This has nothing to do with the reading vlog. I just got really excited because this is the first book I'm using this for. Anyways, if you have not read this book, fair warning, this video will have spoilers in it. I've said it once, I'll say it again. Probably most of my reading vlogs will always be spoilers. I just think it's more fun to talk about everything with you guys in these videos. So if you haven't read it, click out of this video, come back to it when you have read the book. Or if you haven't read the book and either you don't want to read the book or you just don't care to have the book spoiled, keep watching. I'm gonna go sit down and read and let's get into it. I fell asleep directly after my last clip and I took a 2-hour nap. So I've not really read a whole lot. I'm still on the first chapter. I'm on page 14 where Mira is warning Violet about Xaden, who from my understanding is the love interest. I've read to that part. I didn't realize that this is probably going to be an enemies to lovers romance. Why do you always gotta be naughty? Why can't you just behave? I am hopefully going to read. I was literally scrolling my phone for the longest time. I would really like to get a good 100 pages into this, but it's already 8 o'clock, so who knows. I'm also kind of going into this. I don't know anything about the story. I did not read the synopsis, and I've done my best to avoid every spoiler that has been posted on the internet about the series. I'm going into this thinking of Divergent. I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I'm gonna try and get back into reading. I made it to chapter 3 and we just had met Jack. I am not going to lie, some of the fantasy things are still confusing me, terms and things. The parapet confused the shit out of me. I was picturing it as just a stone walkway. I don't know if I missed something. I will say with this writing, I really like that it's just us jumping into the world, at least so far. I really hate fantasy series that it feels like it's a big history lesson. I'm having a difficult time understanding some stuff. I will say, given the fantasy that I have been reading lately, this is a lot easier to understand. I just feel like my brain is short-circuited for fantasy right now. I just can't understand anything, but I'm really liking it so far. I really like the writing and I'm interested to see Xaden and Violet's storyline because I thought they were lovers, but I could be wrong and it could be a different character. So, but yeah. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to show them Grimbold, the dinosaur? We're literally on page 32. It's been 3 pages since I last talked to you. I'm also in the middle of playing fetch with my dog. We just met Dane. I don't know, this could be a stretch. I have a feeling Dane is actually going to be the villain and that Xaden is turns good. I don't know, that could be completely wrong. I'm interested because she's sick right now and I don't know why. He's right now throwing up, and he like made a comment to basically be like, don't tell anyone about this and let it be just like the adrenaline, whatever. He just told her that they need to get her to his room unless that she found some miracle cure that he doesn't know about in the last year. So what the fuck is she sick with? Oh, is her knee just like fucked up low-key? Maybe she's not actually like sick with anything. There's magic in this. I know it's fantasy. I was just thinking the fantasy was more so the dragon riding, but he just like locked a door with powers. Fantasy books, I tell ya. Let me read. Hello, welcome to day 2 of this Fourth Wing reading vlog. Last night actually did read quite a bit. I think I read up to page 113. I ended right where Xaden basically challenges Violet in the like fighting or sparring ring, because before that she had been poisoning every single person who was supposed to fight with her. He basically did it and he was like, hey, you're never gonna learn if you keep doing this. I don't know how to feel about him. I avoided spoilers a lot. However, I kept hearing that like the ending of this book is just fucking crazy and that people need the second book right away. And I'm curious if they're gonna fall in love and then at the end of the book, he's gonna betray her. I don't know. That could be me just reading into it. I'm really liking it so far. I think it's really good and it's gotten a lot easier for me to understand. I'm going to continue this. I need to first start some laundry though, and I will get back to you on some updates about how I'm feeling, about how the book is going. So I will talk to you then. Turn off my soundscape where you're just going to hear crickets and owls. I'm right now listening to fantasy soundscapes to help me try and get in the mood. I'm not gonna lie, I'm so close to falling asleep right now because I did not have coffee and I don't have any creamer and all I have is straight black blonde coffee from Starbucks for my Nespresso, and I think that would taste really gross to drink without creamer. I'm right now on chapter 11. She has to figure out how to survive the gauntlet test, and I am very intrigued because Xaden is just helping her, not in a way of like directly helping her, but he's kind of coaching her and trying to get her to realize like, hey, you have what you need to complete these tests. Figure a different way to do it if you can't do it the traditional way, which is very interesting. Dane just keeps trying to get her to leave and go into the scribe quadrant. I'm very interested to see if I'm gonna like his character at the end of this book, because I have a feeling usually how these books go in fantasies and honestly just in most books, Dane's character is going to be someone that we hate at the end of the book and Xaden is going to be someone we love. However, reminding everyone how we felt about Tamlin and Akatar. You know, like I'm not getting too attached. I'm gonna wait till book 2 to get attached. And also, I did talk about this in the beginning of this video. She is sick, or she has some sort of disease where basically her joints, she gets like broken bones very easily and her joints are always getting dislocated, things like that. So it's making it harder for her to do anything in this book. I'm interested to see if there's a reason why or whatever. Also, randomly, has nothing to do with reading the book, but I can tell that when they were producing these books, they've been just trying to mass produce and get as many of them out because obviously it's been impossible to find them. I took the sleeve off because I don't like reading with like the sleeve on, and whatever they used to get this to be black is like coming off on my fingers and it's so annoying. It's staining them, and because I was doing so much random stuff this morning, I was able to get the stain off and now it's back on. The book is staining my fingers, which is kind of annoying, but even like that is just stunning. I'm really glad that they put the dragon on that because I was not able to get the sprayed edges one. I'm gonna keep reading. Stella is right now laying on her bed with her dragon. So yeah, I'll probably update you again maybe in like 100 pages or so and see how I'm doing, how I'm feeling about the book. liking this. I almost wish it wasn't as hyped up as it is, because I feel like me liking this book doesn't even begin to explain how much I like this book. A lot of people say that it's giving like Divergent vibes, and it definitely is with the like tests that they have to do and everything like that. However, I feel like it's giving me very Harry Potter vibes. I keep picturing like the university, the campus, whatever, to be kind of like a Hogwarts. I don't know. I'm really liking it. I'm right now on page 167 and they are bonding with the dragons. I just got to the point where the big, is it a black tail? The black dragon came out of like the clearing and then basically burned, is it Tyron? To a pulp. The one thing I will say is I'm surprised with how many people are dying. There are pretty much like every other chapter is someone dying. A lot of the names I have to like go back a few pages and figure out who is the person that just died. He got burned to a pulp, and I'm curious because I have a feeling she's going to bond with the like little baby runt dragon, and I have a feeling they're gonna come in a pair, and she's also gonna get the black dragon, or maybe she'll get the black dragon because she protected the little baby. I was right, she got both dragons. Also, Stella is taking a nap. I haven't moved any because Stella is literally asleep on my lap and I don't really want to wake her up. I'm on page 185 and I have to say, I think Dane's little character arc where he's gonna turn into the bad guy is going to happen. He is very much giving me the energy of like Tamlin with being too protective of a woman who can take care of herself. And I think Xaden is kind of giving me more an energy of someone who can see that she can learn to take care of herself. My futon is literally breaking. Right now they're fighting over how she cannot be bonded to two dragons, and Dane keeps saying that she needs to bond to the small golden one and not the stronger of the two, which I feel like it's either to protect her or low-key could be kind of shady and shitty on his end. So I guess we'll see what it is. It's cause the dragons are a mated pair. Xaden's dragon. Now I'm curious if the dragon chose Violet because Xaden might have a crush on Violet, or if they end up mated or whatever because the dragons are mated. What the fuck? Oh my god, it's happening. The enemies to lovers is loving. I'm curious if he can read her mind, because like how dragons can talk to each other, dragon and rider can talk to each other with their mind. I'm right now on like page 226. She just got attacked by a bunch of riders who are a bunch of people who don't have a dragon yet, and they all want to kill her so that they can get Tyron? I don't know how to say the dragon's name. And she kept saying like, I'm alive, I'm alive, I'm alive. And he like responds to her and she was like, oh, I can't believe I said that out loud. I'm curious if she actually didn't say it out loud. And I'm curious if he can read her mind, but he's not saying it or like not letting her know. Cause now she's like talking about like how hot he is and all of these things. I have a feeling he can probably read her mind. I was right, I'm a fucking genius. The dragons can talk to each other. The enemies to lovers is loving. I've not felt this way about a book in so long. Actually, that's kind of a lie. I've not felt this way about a fantasy book in a really long time. This is giving me 6-star feelings. I'm getting really attached to Xaden's character and it's scaring me. Next thing, I'm scared. On page 237, where Xaden is basically trying to figure out how they got into her room to attack her, I'm pretty sure that she saw a girl and I'm really scared that it was Rhiannon. I also would just like to say, I have yet to move. It has been maybe 3 hours and I've been in this spot, and I will not probably move for the rest of the day. Thank you. have not turned off the cricket sounds, so there might be crickets in the background of all of those past clips that I did. We just found out that it was Amber, who is like Dane's like best friend or something along the lines, which means I think we're officially going to get Dane as the bad guy. I'm not gonna lie, I actually really did like his character in the beginning of the story, and then he just started to get a little too possessive in the way of thinking Violet is just not able to take care of herself, and I kind of hate that. But Xaden, my man, he's making it so hard for me to stay neutral about him. I am falling in love with him. I think I'm about halfway through the book. I really don't want to finish it today because I don't want this story to be over. However, I have no other plans for today. I just want to sit and read for the rest of the day, so I might finish this today. I've not moved from this spot once, and I'm probably not going to. Are they about to kiss right now? I'm on page 278. This shit's crazy. What? Hello. I've been reading for the longest amount of time. I am right now on page 328. I don't know how many pages are left in the book. I think there's like 500 or so pages in the book, so close to the end. Good morning. Oh, big stretch. There hasn't been any like development with Xaden and Violet. Really hoping that we get some development soon because I want them together so bad. The scene where basically like they're feeling their dragon's emotions was fucking crazy, and also just like such a good idea to put it in a fantasy book. I'm surprised I've never read about that before because like it makes so much sense, but I've just never read about that. But yeah, I'm really liking this so far. I've been listening to this like fantasy soundscape, and it's like an 8 or 9 hour long soundscape, and I've been listening to it I think since 11, and it's right now 4:30. I didn't realize how long I've been sitting on my futon and just reading. I'm not complaining. I convinced my sister and Gus to go get Chili's with me, so I'm very excited to get some honey chipotle chicken crispers and maybe a mango margarita. I'm hoping to finish this before we go out to eat. I'll probably maybe get really close to finishing it and then finish it tonight. That's my little update. I'm honestly just gonna park my ass back on that couch. We're just gonna lay back on the couch. Okay. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew they'd be able to talk to each other in the brains. I fucking knew it. I don't know if this author is an author who loves pain. Oh. I love that dog so much. I also still have my soundscape on, so if you hear crickets, that's what it is. I don't know if this author is an author who will choose the painful route for a story, but I'm very scared that Adarna, I don't know how to say that dragon's name, the tiny gold one. I'm very scared she's gonna die. I'm right now reading, basically they're playing capture the flag, but like they're really going at it, really deadly. And I'm really scared that she's gonna die because she's there and I don't want her to die. I love her so much. I'm on page 397, so I think I have like 100 pages left. Again, if you hear the crickets in the background, it's the ambiance. Xaden and Violet had their moment, and now he's basically trying to be like, we can't be together, no feelings involved, whatever. And graduation is in 10 days. I'm very scared that he's gonna betray her. He gave her his favor that like he owed her in the beginning of the book, and the favor was the like saddle that she has for her dragon, and I feel like that could have been like the only thing keeping him from killing her. Like I don't fully trust him yet, even though there's this whole idea that like she can't die because then he'll die. Like I don't know if I necessarily believe that. Is he betraying her? He's betraying her after I've grown connected to him.
I need them to be fucking for real. We got like 3 chapters of them being happy, and now it's this.
Hi besties! I finished Fourth Wing yesterday and I did not have any time to talk about it because I had to go straight to bed so that I could get up for work. It's after work, we're gonna talk about it. This is by far my favorite book that I've read this year. I was not expecting the plot twist, as well as I know everyone's talking about the plot twist at the end of the book. Spoilers, but I'm not gonna spoil the big plot twist. I think the plot twist that I was expecting was Xaden kind of betraying her. The plot twist with Xaden betraying her isn't that crazy of a guess or a thing to happen when you read this genre, but the person who is big spoilers, not dead at the end is kind of a crazy one. I wasn't expecting that. I haven't felt this way about a fantasy book since I read ACOTAR for the first time. This book is insane. I need you to read it if you have not. I'm sorry for spoiling it if you've not read it. I warned you in the beginning. That is my ACOTAR reading vlog.
Say it again, slow.
ACOTAR.
Wrong. You're throwing bees at me. It's
What is
peas,
it?
peas, babe.
I hope you liked it. I hope you found it entertaining. Leave your thoughts of the book down below, as well as any books that have a similar vibe, especially with dragons. Please leave that in the comments because I need to read more of it. I hope you guys all have a good rest of the day. I need to go get my dog so she stops barking at the laundry. Goodbye.